Since 1963, the Alabama Pharmacy Association has honored a member every year with a Bowl of Hygeia Award, the most prestigious award a pharmacist can receive. Please join us tonight as we honor this year's recipient.
I'm always looking for new people. I'm trying to make contact. And in the Mobile area, one name kept coming up, but she wasn't for hire. And it was like a NBA moniker where they go by the first name. It was like LeBron or Kevin or Steph. Nobody ever said her last name. It was just by her first name, but everybody knew who it was.
The recipient, I consider a shero. It's just been amazing to see her wonderful spirit, in the pharmacy. She's done so much for so many.
One thing I ran into in Mobile that I had not in my area was Catholic Charities was doing a lot of different things as far as helping folks. They had a thrift store and all. And out of it became R.Ph Charitable Pharmacy. About 5 years ago, I got appointed to the board of R.Ph Charitable Pharmacy. I was actually able to put a name to a face and see what was going on, how good she was.
She's always been the one that goes the extra step. Once again, just going the extra step, caring about patients, community service, that kind of thing. And when she hooked up with R.Ph Charitable Pharmacy, it was just characteristic of who Annie Daniels is. And she's always been that service-minded and going the extra step to make sure her patients got what they needed.
She's constantly being interrupted by me asking her for how many patients did we serve in Washington County? How many patients did we serve in Baltimore County? What's the number of unduplicated patients? What's the retail value? How many prescriptions? And that goes on all the time so that we can keep our grants and contracts. So she also serves as a fundraiser. Annie fundraises. These are some of the duties that you wouldn't see in a traditional pharmacy. And so we have to wear multiple hats, and she wears them all very well. Every day I get a chance to see somebody with an amazing spirit give back to so many. I
came back to Mobile and I was toxic. No one wanted to allow me to come and work with them, work in their store. Annie took me in as maybe like that wayward child or something, and allowed me to work, allowed me to help her perform the great service that she's doing with R.Ph. And that was key to me.
Annie works selflessly in the pharmacy every day. She has 1,695 patients. She has 1,100 visits to the pharmacy every month, and she dispenses $2.8 million worth of medication. And that's all done Monday through Thursday from 9 to 2:30.
If nothing else stands out, she's always been right on it. Every drug interaction, I need to call the doctor, check if he really meant this. What do you think about this? And she's always just been that, and that's kind of the epitome of what I think about when I think about Annie Daniels.
We have fourth-year students from Auburn University, as well as pre-pharmacy students who work in the pharmacy, and I watch her just go over with them with such a tenderness. This is how you learn. This is how you learn old school, because we don't have the latest and the greatest. So she takes time to say, this is why we do this. She gives of her time even when taking care of elderly parents. Also taking care of a son who became ill. And more recently, she became a survivor, and she still managed to keep the doors of the pharmacy open. We never closed one day.
One of the great things I like about Annie is her commitment. You all may not know, but she went through an intense period of illness. I had the opportunity to come in and help her during that time, but even as she was going through it all, if she could just drag in, and we'd be telling her, Annie, why don't you stay at home today? Why did you come today? She'd show up, if nothing for just to put in orders or just make sure that we didn't have anything that we went lacking while we were getting our patients taken care of.
She wanted to make sure, that dedication to the mission and the purpose of making sure people have their medication. I mean, she does the profession of pharmacy such an honor.
One of the things that Annie brings to the pharmacy every day is intensity. she comes in and it's like, well, get her done. Go over there. Make sure we got everything. Get the order in. Get those baskets in. And then when you start running, it's slow down now. Slow down. Make sure you get it right. Slow down. And so all during the day, she's modulating and monitoring our behavior to make sure that we are at the right temperature, at the right tempo to get the job done without any errors, without any disruptions. It's a wonderful thing she does for us.
Hygeia Charitable Pharmacy is one of Alabama's unique programs, and it would not be here today without Annie Daniels. Annie, congratulations. There's nobody more deserving of this award. You have set Hygeia Pharmacy up to where it's going to be a staple in Mobile for a long time, and I just appreciate the honor to have had just a little bitty part of it. Congratulations.
Annie, on this your special day, I would like to just thank you for being so gracious to me when I came back to Mobile to take me in, I guess like one of the kids, you know, and provide a place for me where I could be of service and help you do all the things that you do. And on an everyday basis, I thank you for having put up with me and our idiosyncrasies and just allow me to be there to help you. That's the greatest thing that you've done for me, and hopefully we have a long relationship going forward.
I think you should take this day and this award, you know, and know that it's well deserved. You've done so much for so many people. I consider you a wonderful co-worker, but more importantly, a wonderful friend. Thank you and enjoy your day.